Alright, guys. So, I got a lot going on. As you can see, there's a lot going on my screen here. And what I'm going to do is kind of give a video rundown of what all this is for the little mix and match village and the little welcome home display, which is a little box with 5 houses along a little street. And we can put fairy lights in there. Got the battery pack in the back and stuff. And to just make all kinds of fun little houses that are also, as you can see, little dangly ornaments. Each one could be painted or hung from a tree or put onto a display. And there's different ways we can go about all of this. And I'm going to give a little bit of rundown on what we're looking at here. So the files in the Mix and Match Village are all segregated out and broken down into different folders, but I've got the master file set opened up here, and don't open that in like anything but Illustrator. It's only going to be an AI file. But yeah, sorry, losing train of thought. So what we're looking at is like a bunch of different little houses, and I've got some bodies for them. Like these are all the blank body templates. This is like a tiny little cottage, a slightly taller little cottage, a little house, a slightly larger house, and even slightly taller. Like you see. So 3 body styles that just get progressively taller, and then we've got their roof patterns, or what they'll use for the roofs. And if you don't want to put textures or your own designs on the roofs, I've got 4 different patterns made up for the cottages and these ones. The flat top roofs are all the same. These yellow lines mean it's an optional cut. When you load the files in, if you do not cut them, your roofs won't have the little hanger slots to make them ornaments. So cut them if you want to hang them. If you don't, you're going to have no slots, so you get more solid roof. And I've got all of these buildings. These are all just example buildings that I made with these templates. And to make your own houses and stuff, you can either do it from scratch, or you can use some of the pre-done stuff I have here. So you can grab like a set of these, get you a base. That's the base for every house. And this one uses this kind of roof. I don't want to design a new one, so I'm going to take this one. Cool. So here's all my little house parts. Got a front and a back, little sides, a base, and the roof. And if you want to decorate it, well, you can open up the like windows and roof file and whatnot, and you can use these little pre-made ones I have. Let's give it like a little round door. So we'll take the little door, we'll just pop it in there, maybe give it a little window, maybe a little Hobbit cottage kind of thing going on. And I mean, you could just do whatever you want. Take the little windows, little doors, put them around, decorate, design your own. Don't have to use mine. But super simple. And if you squish up all the parts, like once you get them all decorated, you can like stack them, get them all nice and squished up. And you will be able to nest these little guys super easy. As you can see, this is a Glowforge side sheet. Well, a little bit smaller. I like to have a margin on the top and bottom, or a top and left side. So you can put that in there, and you can see we can get a lot of houses. We can make a lot of tiny houses. All of this stuff, these are all like plot pieces. So if you wanted to make like a street like this, you can make it from all of these different pieces, and the straights and the little curved ends and stuff, and it's just mix and match. Cut it out, assemble them together, line them up, get you a bunch of houses, bop, 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 bop. Make some trees, decorate, put them around, do whatever you want. Trees. I got some more to do. I got some kind of sad pine trees going on and some other poofier ones and stuff. And they all have little slot or tabs down the base, and these are for them to slot into. Pretty simple. Got a small one and a big one. I use the small one for like the smaller trees and the bigger one for the bigger trees. Blah 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 blah. All of this is the welcome home display, and I'm actually going to open up that one separately so we can take a look at it. So in our mix and match village folder, we've got all of this stuff. I've got a nest made with 8 houses, all nested up super tight and packed in there. I've got the example buildings separated out. There's 13 of those. I've got all the blanks separate, and the land plots, all those circles and bent pieces and stuff. The trees, the welcome home display, I'll show that in just a second, and the windows, doors, roofs, and stuff, another thing. The welcome home display is probably going to be the fun one. I mean, I think it's pretty cute and fun. And what it is, when you open it up, it's just going to be the box. And I've got the bases in there for 5 houses. So what you're going to do is you're going to load up this into the forge, and then your houses. Now you can either load up like the nested ones and squeeze them in there, but for the most part you're gonna kind of want to pick and choose which ones you want, make some, and then add them to this nest. So we've got this nest basically ready to go with a little bit of space up here. But then this one is just this one piece of the box, and that's the actual top of the box. And you got plenty of room around it to load up 5 houses or more, and trees and stuff, and you can just go nanners. The box is pretty simple. We've got the bottom of the box right here. This and these little arched pieces, those are the dividers, and you're going to put one in there, you're going to put one in there, you're going to put one there. And let me ungroup this. Let me grab this piece. This one, let's pretend we're going to wrap this around. This piece goes on the back of the box. So you see this rectangle right here, that's your slot on the back. So you can squeeze in a battery pack for the fairy lights. I don't know, I can't see what you see. So hopefully you saw that. And you're going to take it and you're going to wrap the hinge around to the front, and then you're going to take the other one, you're going to wrap the hinge around to the front. Now, this slot and this slot need to be on the front of the box, because that's where our little welcome home, or whatever you want to put there, little sign goes. Yeah. Oh, just like, is that right? Yeah, no, that's totally right. And so, these little pieces inside, these are the pins. And the pins match up with these 3 holes right here. And this is the top, like I said, so you can put the bottom of the box, the arches in the middle, and then you would put this piece on top, and then this on the very top. And the little house plots fit inside here, and they won't fall through the next level, so they kind of sit nice and flush on top. And basically, you put the battery pack in there, and you just run the fairy lights, and then pull the fairy lights up through these holes in like clusters. Get like 5 or 6 of the little light bulbs pulled up through, and then you just kind of slot the little houses right on in there. Nothing complicated, nothing too fancy, but I mean, you can mix and match and do basically whatever you want with it. But yeah, so get a bunch of houses loaded up, make a secondary nest, save everything, and load it into the forge. It might take you about 45 minutes to an hour to cut everything, depending on what you do. But I mean, it's not a bad project. The display box is kind of its own little self-contained thing. none of these little road pieces and stuff will actually work with it. This is for if you wanted to make just like a wide flat display. You got a long shelf, make some little roads, get them all decorated, put the houses in. And as you see, I've like got some shops. I got a pizza, stuff, and things, and I got like a little brewery thing. I mean, you could just label them however you want. I mean, maybe you make little signs, you know, engrave a little piece, and you glue it on there. And it's up to you. These guys, this is the bones. These are the bones, and there's lots of things you can do with these bones. As you can see, I made a little thing. uh, that's all I really got on this. There's a lot to it, and you can do a lot with it. So it's gonna be learning, and your own creativity are gonna like kind of take it as far as you want to take it.